4 Sparks Why You Should Never Dim a Gemini. Have you ever felt a spark inside you? Like a brilliant idea that lights up your whole world? Maybe it's the way you juggle a million thoughts at once. Or how you connect with people so effortlessly, making every moment feel alive. If that sounds like you, then you're about to uncover the dazzling magic of Gemini flowing through your soul. Hi, my radiant friends. I'm Elizabeth, your astrologer, confidant, and biggest fan here at Esoteric Wisdom. Welcome to our vibrant corner of the cosmos, where we dive into the zodiac's secrets to help you live your brightest, most abundant life. Whether you're a Gemini yourself or curious about that sparkling Gemini in your world, I'm so thrilled you're here today. If this journey lights you up, give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend who needs a cosmic boost, and hit that subscribe button so we can keep shining together. Now, let me paint a picture for you, especially for you amazing women over 40. You're balancing work, family, maybe a side hustle or a dream you've been chasing forever. Life's busy, right? But here's the exciting truth: as a Gemini, you've got a unique gift, a quick mind, a curious heart, and a knack for connecting the dots that's about to spark a financial shift in your life. Today, we're exploring 4 dazzling reasons why your Gemini energy is a magnet for prosperity, and why the universe always has your back when someone tries to dim your light. Here's what's waiting for you. We're diving into the electric world of Gemini. Ruled by Mercury, the planet of ideas and connection, I'll share stories of women just like you, moms, freelancers, dreamers, who've tapped into their Gemini spark to create lives overflowing with abundance. Stick with me to the end, because what you're about to discover could change how you see yourself forever. Trust me, you don't want to miss a single moment of this. So, let's leap into the lively, curious energy of Gemini together. If anything I say sparks a "that's so me" moment, maybe a story or a tip that lights up your soul, drop it in the comments. I can't wait to hear from you, and our incredible community is ready to connect. Let's weave a web of Gemini magic, ready to shine? Chapter 1: The Curious Mind and Electric Spark of Gemini. Hello, my brilliant Gemini sisters. Let's kick things off with something I know you feel buzzing in your core, that incredible, curious mind that makes you who you are. Picture yourself as a spark of light, darting through a starry sky, connecting ideas, people, and possibilities with effortless grace. That's the Gemini magic we're unpacking today: your quick wit, your endless curiosity, and your gift for turning fleeting thoughts into golden opportunities. Let's dive into this vibrant energy. First, let's talk about your curiosity. It's like a superpower that never switches off. Ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication and intellect, you're always asking, what if, or why not? You see the world as a puzzle to explore. Whether you're brainstorming a new project, chatting with a friend, or dreaming up a side hustle, this isn't just daydreaming, it's your ticket to prosperity. I think of Sarah, a 46-year-old mom and part-time freelancer I worked with. She felt stuck in a dull admin job, but her Gemini mind couldn't stop wandering. One day, she followed a hunch and pitched a blog idea to a client. That spark led to a writing gig that tripled her income. That's you, Gemini. Your curiosity isn't random, it's a compass guiding you to abundance. Now, here's what sets you apart: your quick wit. You think fast, adapt faster, and always have a clever solution up your sleeve. While others hesitate, you're already connecting the dots, turning challenges into opportunities. This is pure Gemini gold, especially when life gets messy. Take my client, Linda, a 44-year-old single mom who ran a small Etsy shop. When a supplier flaked, she didn't panic. She hopped online, found a new source, and sweet-talked them into a better deal, all in a day. Her shop's now thriving because she trusted her sharp mind to light the way. You've got that same spark, Gemini. When someone tries to dim it, you just shine brighter. But let's get real, your mind doesn't just spark, it remembers. Oh, Gemini, you notice everything. When someone underestimates you or overlooks your brilliance, you don't make a fuss, but you file it away. It's not about grudges, it's about learning who's worth your energy. I worked with Emily, a 48-year-old consultant who'd been undervalued by a colleague. She didn't argue, she just pivoted, pitched to new clients, and landed contracts that proved her worth. She told me, "Elizabeth, I saw it coming, and I chose me." That's your gift. You learn, adapt, and keep moving toward what lights you up. So, what does this mean for you, my radiant Gemini? Here's some heartfelt advice. Lean into that curiosity. If you're feeling stuck, maybe in a job that bores you or a routine that feels flat, let your mind wander. What's that idea you've been brushing off? A new skill, a side gig, a conversation you've been meaning to have? Follow it, like Sarah did. It doesn't have to be perfect, just take one step. Maybe it's signing up for that online course or texting a contact about a project. Your curiosity is a magnet for opportunity, trust it. And that quick wit? Oh, don't hide it. You don't need to wait for permission to shine. If someone's overlooking your talent, maybe a boss who ignores your ideas or a client who's slow to pay, speak up or pivot. Linda didn't settle for less. And neither should you. Pitch that bold idea, negotiate that rate, or walk away from what dims your spark. Your mind is a powerhouse, use it to open doors, not to second-guess yourself. The universe loves your energy, and it's ready to reward it. Before we move on, let's talk about why this matters. Life's full of noise, deadlines, family, that endless to-do list, but you, Gemini, bring the spark that cuts through it all. Your curiosity keeps you growing. Your wit keeps you thriving. And your sharp memory keeps you wise. I've seen it in Sarah, Linda, Emily, women just like you who turned their Gemini gifts into lives they love. You're not just keeping up, you're lighting the way. One brilliant idea at a time. So, take a moment. Think of a time your curiosity led you somewhere amazing, maybe a conversation that opened a door. Or an idea that paid off. That's your Gemini heart buzzing with possibility. Hold on to that. You don't need anyone to validate your brilliance, it's already electric. Guiding you toward abundance. We've got more to explore. So hang tight, this journey's just getting started. Chapter 2. The Connected Heart and Versatile Glow of Gemini. Alright, my sparkling Gemini friends, let's dive deeper into the heart of what makes you so extraordinary, your ability to connect and adapt like no one else. Imagine yourself as a brilliant constellation, each star a person, idea, or opportunity you've touched, all linked by the radiant threads of your energy. Today, we're exploring 3 shining truths about you, your gift for communication, your versatile spirit, and the way you weave networks that spark prosperity. Grab a cozy drink, settle in, and let's light up this Gemini magic. Let's start with your communication. It's like a melody that draws everyone in. Ruled by Mercury, you've got a way with words. Whether you're chatting over coffee, pitching a project, or texting a friend just the right advice, you don't just talk, you connect. Turning moments into possibilities. This is your path to abundance. Gemini, because your words open doors. I think of Maria, a 47-year-old mom and freelance marketer I worked with. She felt overlooked at her day job, but her Gemini charm wouldn't quit. One casual chat at a networking event led to a side gig that grew into her own consultancy, doubling her income. That's you. Your voice isn't just heard, it's a spark that ignites opportunity. Now, let's talk about your versatility. Oh, you're a master of reinvention. You thrive on variety, juggling roles like mom, hustler, dreamer, and friend with a twinkle in your eye. When life shifts, maybe a client backs out or a plan falls through, you don't freeze. You pivot, finding a new angle faster than most can blink. This is pure Gemini power, turning setbacks into springboards. My client, Anna, a 43-year-old who runs an online tutoring side hustle, lived this when her main platform crashed. She didn't panic, she launched Zoom sessions and marketed them herself. Within weeks, her bookings soared, all because she embraced change. That's your gift, Gemini. You don't just adapt, you shine through it. And then there's your knack for connection. Nobody builds bridges like you. You're the one who remembers names, follows up, and links people to possibilities. Whether it's introducing a colleague to a contact or sharing a tip that changes someone's day, you create networks that ripple outward. And here's the secret, those connections come back to you, often as prosperity. I worked with Diane, a 50-year-old part-time event planner. After years of feeling stuck, she started hosting small community workshops. Just for fun, her Gemini warmth turned strangers into clients. And now she's booked months out. She told me, "Elizabeth, I just kept talking, and it paid off." That's you, your web of connections is a goldmine. So, what can you take from this? My incredible Gemini souls? Here's my heartfelt advice. Keep using that voice. You don't need to be loud, just be you. If you're feeling undervalued, maybe at work or even at home, speak up. Share that idea. Send that email. Start that conversation you've been holding back. Maria didn't wait for permission. And look where it led. Maybe it's time to pitch a new service. Join a local group, or just tell someone what you're dreaming of. Your words are magic, let them flow. And watch the opportunities spark. And that versatility? Oh, embrace it fully. You're not meant to stay in one box. Gemini, so don't let anyone trap you there. If something's not working, a job, a routine, a goal that feels stale, shift gears. Try a new approach, like Anna did. Maybe it's learning a skill to boost your side hustle, tweaking your schedule for more freedom, or saying yes to a project that scares you a little. You thrive on change, so lean into it. The universe loves your flexibility, it's wiring new paths to abundance right now. As for your connections, keep weaving that web. Every person you meet, every kind word you share, it's an investment in your future. Don't underestimate the power of a quick check-in, a shared laugh, or a thoughtful note. Diane's workshops started small, but they grew because she showed up. Who's in your orbit right now? Maybe it's a neighbor with a business idea, a friend who knows someone, or even an online group buzzing with potential. Reach out, listen, connect. Your network is your superpower, and it's ready to lift you higher. Why does this matter? Because you, Gemini, bring light to every room, every conversation, every moment. You're the spark that keeps ideas alive, the link that turns dreams into reality. I see it in women like you every day, moms who juggle it all, freelancers who pivot on a dime, planners who build communities from scratch. Your voice, your adaptability, your connections, they're not just skills, they're your ticket to a life that's vibrant and prosperous. I've watched Maria, Anna, and Diane glow up with their Gemini gifts. And I know you can too. So, before we move on, pause for a second. Think of a time you connected with someone, a chat, a favor, a moment, and it led to something amazing. Or maybe a time you switched paths and it felt so right. That's your Gemini heart weaving its magic. You don't need to force anything, your glow is already electric, linking you to abundance. We've got more to uncover. So stick with me, your journey's about to get even brighter. Chapter 3. The Agile Mind and Cosmic Trust of Gemini. Hey, my radiant Gemini friends. We're diving into a part of you that I know feels like pure electricity, your agile mind and the quiet faith that keeps you soaring. Picture yourself as a bright current, zipping through a web of ideas, always finding the next connection, trusting the universe to light your path. Today, we're unpacking 3 brilliant truths: your knack for spotting opportunities, your belief in life's flow, and the balance you strike between action and patience. Let's settle in and spark up this Gemini magic. First up, your opportunity radar, it's always on. And it's incredible. Ruled by Mercury, you've got a sixth sense for what's next. Whether it's a new project, a side hustle, or a chance to grow, you don't just wait for luck, you spot the open window when others see a wall. This is your prosperity engine. Gemini, turning flashes of insight into real wins. I think of Rachel, a 45-year-old mom and freelance graphic designer I counseled. She felt trapped in a slow season, but her Gemini instincts kicked in. She noticed a niche trend on social media, pitched a bold design package, and landed a client who doubled her workload and paycheck. That's you, your mind is a magnet for possibilities. Now, let's talk about your trust in life's flow. It's like a cosmic dance you've mastered. You believe things work out, not because you're naive, but because you've seen how your ideas and connections always seem to align. When someone wrongs you, maybe a colleague takes credit or a friend lets you down, you don't spiral. You let it go, trusting the universe to sort it out while you keep moving. This is Gemini Gold, staying light while life balances the scales. My client, Susan, a 48-year-old who runs an online boutique, lived this. A supplier cheated her on a deal. But she didn't dwell. She sourced new products, charmed her customers, and her sales soared. Months later, that supplier flopped while Susan thrived. She told me, "Elizabeth, I knew it'd come back around." That's your vibe, trusting the current to carry you forward. And then there's your balance of action and patience. Oh, it's a beautiful rhythm. You're quick to jump on a good idea, but you also know when to pause and let things unfold. You'll brainstorm a dozen plans, test a few, and wait for the right one to click, all without losing your spark. But here's the real talk. You don't let people waste your time forever. If someone keeps dragging, say, a client who's all talk or a contact who ghosts, you move on. Sharp and swift. I worked with Laura, a 46-year-old part-time podcaster. She'd been pitching to a flaky sponsor for months. When they stalled again, she didn't wait. She reached out to a new brand and landed a deal that boosted her show. She said, "Elizabeth, I gave it time, but I wasn't stuck." That's you, Gemini, active, patient, but never tethered. So, what can you do with this? My amazing Gemini sisters? Here's my advice, straight from the heart. Keep that opportunity radar humming. You're wired to spot the next big thing. So trust those flashes of inspiration. If life feels stagnant, maybe your job's flat or your side gig's slow, scan your world. What's trending? Who's buzzing? Rachel didn't ignore that social media spark. And you shouldn't either. Maybe it's time to pitch a fresh idea. Join a new platform, or tweak your services. One small move can ignite a chain reaction. Your mind's built for it. And that trust in life's flow? Hold it tight. When someone dims your light, maybe a friend's careless words or a boss who overlooks you, don't let it pull you under. Susan didn't chase that supplier. And you don't need to chase anyone. Focus on what's in your control, your ideas, your hustle, your joy. Take a deep breath and think. This isn't my weight to carry. The universe is already working to lift you up. Trust that it's wiring new connections for you right now. Your faith in the flow is your secret weapon. As for balancing action and patience, keep dancing that line. You're so good at starting things, use it. If an idea's buzzing, test it out. Send that email, try that app, talk to that contact. But if it's not clicking, don't force it. Laura didn't cling to a dead-end sponsor. And you don't need to cling to what's not sparking. Give it a fair shot. Then pivot. Maybe it's dropping that draining task, saying no to a lukewarm offer, or giving yourself a day to just think. Your rhythm is perfect, fast enough to seize the moment, calm enough to wait for the win. Why does this matter? Because you, Gemini, bring a rare energy to this world, a spark that sees what's possible when others miss it. Whether you're juggling family and freelancing, growing a passion project, or keeping everyone connected, you do it with a lightness that's pure magic. Your radar keeps you ahead, your trust keeps you grounded, and your balance keeps you free. I've seen it in Rachel, Susan, Laura, women just like you who've turned their Gemini gifts into abundant lives. You're not chasing, you're creating, one bright idea at a time. Before we head to the next chapter, let's pause. Think of a time you spotted an opportunity, maybe a quick decision that paid off. Or a moment you trusted things would work out, and they did. Or maybe a time you let go of what wasn't right and felt lighter. That's your Gemini wisdom shining. You don't need to control every step, your spark lights the way. And it's leading you to prosperity. We've got more to explore. So hang tight, your story's about to glow even brighter. Chapter 4. The Radiant Truth and Free Spirit of Gemini. Hey, my dazzling Gemini crew, we're at our final chapter. And oh, it's a bright one. This is where we celebrate how you live your truth and soar with freedom. Picture yourself as a constellation of ideas, each spark glowing with purpose, unbound by anything that dims your light. Today, we're diving into your high standards for authenticity, your fearless ability to release what doesn't fit, and the fierce joy you take in your vibrant life. Let's wrap this Gemini journey with a burst of cosmic fire. First, Let's talk about your standards. They're as brilliant as a starry sky. Ruled by Mercury, you crave truth, connection, and a life that feels alive. You don't settle for dull routines or shallow promises. Whether you're pouring energy into your freelance work, keeping your family buzzing, or growing that passion project you love, you expect it to spark joy because you give joy in everything you do. If someone can't match that vibe, if they stifle your ideas or drain your energy, you're out. No apologies. I saw this with Claire, a 49-year-old mom and part-time copywriter I counseled. She'd been stuck with a client who dismissed her creative pitches. One day, she said, "Elizabeth, I'm done settling." She dropped them, pitched bolder ideas elsewhere, and landed contracts that paid her worth. That's you, Gemini. You know your light's too bright for anything less. Now, here's where you truly glow, your ability to let go. People might think Gemini flits too fast. But that's your strength. You don't cling to what doesn't work. When a job, a friendship, or even an old mindset starts weighing you down, you release it with a twirl, like a breeze shaking loose a leaf. And you do it with such ease. No drama, just a clear-eyed choice to keep your spirit free. I think of my client, Ellen, a 44-year-old who runs a small online coaching business. She'd been tied to a partner who kept shooting down her ideas. After too many no's, she sent a kind email, parted ways, and launched her own workshops. Within months, her income doubled, and she was glowing. That's Gemini power, not holding tight, but flying toward what lights you up. And let's not forget your joy and pride. Oh, it's the heartbeat of your world. Gemini, you've woven a life full of connections, ideas, and moments that spark. That network you've built, that side hustle you've grown, that reputation as the one who always brings the energy, it's all yours. Earned with wit and warmth. When someone tries to dull that, maybe they undervalue your hustle or try to box you in, you don't let it stand. You set a boundary, swift and sure, and protect your glow. I worked with Tara, a 47-year-old freelancer who'd been low-balled by a longtime client. She didn't argue, she just raised her rates and let them go. She told me, "Elizabeth, I've built too much to shrink." Now, her calendar's full with people who value her spark. That's your Gemini pride. It's not loud, but it's unshakable. So, my radiant Gemini souls, here's what I want you to carry forward, some real, from the heart advice. Hold those standards high, because they're your guide. You deserve a life that buzzes with truth and possibility. Don't settle for less. If something's dimming your spark, maybe a job that bores you, a friend who drains you, or a habit that's lost its shine, say, "This isn't me." Claire didn't waste time on people who couldn't see her. And you don't have to either. Maybe it's time to pitch that dream project. Drop that extra commitment, or just speak your truth with a smile. You're not here for shadows, you're here for light. And when it's time to let go, trust your wings. You're not meant to stay stuck, Gemini, so don't fear releasing what's heavy. That client who's all take, that goal that's gone stale, you've got the courage to move on. Ellen didn't cling to a bad fit. And look how she soared. Take a breath. Feel that airy Gemini freedom in your bones. And let it go. You're not losing anything, you're clearing space for what's next. Maybe it's a new connection, a fresh idea, or just room to breathe. Whatever it is, you'll know it's right, because your instincts are electric. As for your joy and pride, wear them like a crown. You've created something incredible, your friendships, your hustle, your spark, and no one gets to dim it. If they try, draw that line. Tara didn't let anyone cheapen her work. And you shouldn't either. Maybe it's standing up to that contact who's flaky, or stepping away from a group that feels heavy. You've earned your freedom, your buzz, guard it fiercely. Because it's yours. You don't need to prove your worth, your glow says it all. Why does this matter? Because you, Gemini, are a gift to this world, a burst of light in a sea of noise. Whether you're juggling kids and a side gig, freelancing through deadlines, or keeping everyone connected, you do it with a spirit that's pure magic. Your truth keeps you free. Your choices keep you growing. And your joy? It's contagious. I've seen it in Claire, Ellen, Tara, women just like you who've said yes to their spark and no to anything less. You're not here for limits, you're here for a life that's alive, electric, and true. Before we wrap this chapter, take a moment, think of something you've let go of, a job, a doubt, a weight, and how it freed you. Or maybe something you're proud of right now, your latest idea. A connection you've nurtured, that buzz you feel when you're in your zone. That's your Gemini magic at work. You don't settle, you don't cling, and you don't dim. Your spark has carried us through this journey, and it's ready to carry you further. Let's head to the wrap-up, because I've got something special to leave you with. Conclusion. Well, my brilliant Gemini friends, what a radiant journey we've shared. We've danced through the electric spark of your curious mind, the glowing web of your connections, the agile trust that keeps you soaring, and the fierce freedom of your authentic truth. You're not just a zodiac sign, you're a constellation of ideas, lighting up the world with every thought, word, and choice. I hope you felt that, yes, that's me, buzz, because it's all you, shining brighter than ever. Let me say this, you are a cosmic gift. Gemini, proof of the magic that happens when wit, warmth, and freedom collide. Whether you're juggling family, freelancing, or chasing that dream you've always carried, you do it with a spark that's uniquely yours. Every time you follow a hunch, connect with someone new, or choose your truth over doubt, you're showing the world what abundance looks like. I see you, moms, hustlers, dreamers, and I'm in awe of your light. You're the current that keeps ideas flowing, the voice that lifts everyone up, and the spirit that never dims. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Your voice is what makes this community glow. What part of this Gemini journey lit you up? Was it your quick wit, the way you trust life's flow, or how you protect your freedom with such grace? Drop it in the comments. I'm so excited to read your stories. And I know our amazing community will too. Maybe you've got a moment where your spark led to something incredible. Share it. Let's keep this web of connection buzzing. And here's the best part. This is just the beginning. Whether you're a Gemini or you're here to understand that vibrant Gemini in your life, your sister, your bestie, your mom, stay with us at Esoteric Wisdom. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, because there's so much more to uncover. The zodiac's full of secrets, and we're going to explore them together. Think of the insights, the sparks, the growth waiting for us. This isn't just a channel, it's a journey, and you're at the heart of it. So, as we close this chapter, let me leave you with this. You are a spark. Gemini, a light that dances, connects, and creates. Keep shining in that quick, curious, unstoppable way only you can. You don't need anyone's permission. Your glow is already electric, and it's lighting up a path to abundance. Thank you for being here today. I'm so grateful for you. Let's keep the conversation alive in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay curious, stay free, and know you're limitless. You've got this, always.